New Gallup poll out. What is the number one problem in America? Now, usually people answer the economy because the economy has not improved very much. Or they might say healthcare, or sometimes they say deficits. No, this time coming in at a clear number one. Government dysfunction. Up to 33% of Americans saying that's the number one problem in the country. You see the chart and it just goes, whoa, Sikterland, and go way up there. Now, is that because of the government shutdown? Of course it is, right? But at the same time, it's actually much greater than in previous government shutdowns. So the context is that people are now getting it. Actually, the reason we have problems with our economy and our healthcare and all those other issues is because of government dysfunction. You know, after the last government shutdown in 1996, when Gallup poll asked the same question, yes, people were very disgruntled about government dysfunction, but it only came in at 17% back then. 17% of people saying it was the nation's top problem. Now it's twice that at 33%. So Gallup explains right there, this suggests that Americans this time are focusing more on problems with the process involved in governing rather than on the underlying issues involved. And they're actually incredibly right in doing so, because the underlying problem that's systemic is that the government is causing those problems. So we have income inequality. Everybody's, irate over it. Why? Because we have a system that funds the politicians through incredibly rich people and incredibly rich corporations. So what do they want in return? Tax cuts. They want subsidies for their companies. They want to be able to put their money offshore. They want deregulation. Now, what does the deregulation do? It pollutes your neighborhood. It allows the bankers to take billions of dollars and then crash the economy and get trillions of dollars. So that hurts all of us. And finally, the American people are beginning to wake up and go, maybe that is the actual problem. It's not, a process thing I can't quite understand. No, we understand it. The system is broken. In fact, when you go to Congress' approval rating, it's down to 11%. Now, that's 1 point off of the record. Even through the government shutdown, it's a little surprising they couldn't hit the record, but 11% approval rating for Congress is not something to be proud of. 11%. That's think about how low that is. And by the way, again, in April of 1996, after the last government shutdown, yes, it was low, congressional approval rating, but it was 3 times higher than it is today. It was at 35%. Back then, they thought, wow, it can't get any lower than this, could it? Well, it got much, much lower. Look, the way that you fix a system failure is by fixing the system itself, the underlying problem. The way you do that is to get money out of politics, because the money is corrupting the politicians, which is causing every other problem in the country. Can you imagine, and I know it's actually really hard to imagine, but a system where our representatives actually represent us? Wouldn't that be amazing? I think we can do it. You know how I think we can do that. wolf-pack.com, man. Go to Wolfpack, and if you are a person who thinks, hey, you know what? Maybe I can help fix this problem. I know it's a long shot, but look, I got to tell you, I got an email the other day. I can't reveal who I got it from, but it was a state senator who said, I got people coming up to me in the middle of the street telling me how I got to pass this amendment to make sure I get money out of politics. It's this group called Wolfpack, apparently. And he's like, they're coming. They're everywhere. That's right. And you know what? If you are one of those guys, you could actually make a difference. Could you imagine if we passed an amendment and we actually cleaned it up? And you can say forever, I helped get that amendment in the Constitution. I helped fix that problem. Yes, I know overwhelming majority, maybe 99% of people will sit there and do nothing and complain. But it doesn't take 99% of the people. It just takes a small group of committed people to bring us change. And you could be among them. wolf-pack.com. Don't accept the broken system as our fate. If you wait for fate, you deserve the fate that awaits you. Take action.